Rwandan and British officials are defending the controversial new scheme to send asylum seekers to Rwanda. There are still last legal efforts to stop the deportation of 7 migrants. The European Court of Human Rights has made a dramatic 11th-hour intervention that could ground the flight. Migrants deported under the program would be forced to apply for asylum in Rwanda, not Britain. Several rights groups and individuals, including Amnesty International and the Archbishop of Wales, have criticized the plan.
Also, a Nigerian human rights lawyer, Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, has been criticizing the UK plan to deport asylum seekers to Rwanda. He says, quote, "It is patently unlawful and discriminatory for the UK government to penalize asylum seekers and refugees who belong to a group of nationalities simply because of their alleged irregular entry into the UK," end quote.
Well, let's cross live now to Kigali and speak to the spokesperson for the Rwandan government, Yolande Makolo. Thank you so much for joining us on the news tonight, Yolande. Yolande, my question really is, why are there pushbacks from so many quarters about this deportation? Some of the migrants did say that Rwanda is a strange land and they're not sure how they will cope. I say, well, the UK is also a strange land, but what is their biggest fear?
I think one of the factors here is that people just don't know what Rwanda is like. I mean, in the same way that there's misconceptions about what Rwanda is like, there are misconceptions about Africa and what life is like here. So I think the more information people have and the more honest they are about the reality of our countries, then there'd be better understanding about what is happening. Decisions shouldn't be made and opinions, fixed from a position of ignorance.
For those who say this is just history repeating itself and not learning from the past, when Israel tried to send Sudanese refugees to Rwanda in 2014, it failed woefully. So why is the UK trying all over again? What do you say to people like that?
This is a brand new, innovative program, nothing to do with anything that's happened before or anything else that's happened here. We're trying something new. We're looking to stop the irregular migration that's causing deaths of a lot of young Africans and mostly young people from other parts of the world. This program will also look to break up the criminal gangs that profit from exploiting people with false promises and dangerous journeys, and then with the people not even knowing what they're going to get when they get to the other side of the ocean. We know that there are people who are fleeing pockets of conflict in Africa and elsewhere, and they have a right to safety. We also know that there are a lot of the vast majority who are making these these dangerous journeys are simply looking for opportunities. And they feel that they can get these opportunities elsewhere, out of Africa and mostly in Europe. Why can we not provide these opportunities here in our countries and prevent our young people from putting their lives in danger, and then also endangering our own countries by losing talent? This is humanity.
If you can hear me, Yolande, since this policy was announced in April, thousands more have crossed on those very dangerous boats, inflatable boats, and making these dangerous journeys to the UK. So how exactly does it break the business model for human traffickers? How exactly does this deter them?
Well, it's the beginning of trying to fix a broken, migration system and the abuse of the asylum process. Rwanda is a signatory to the Refugee Convention, as is the UK, and people shouldn't be people should be using legal routes. A lot of these people who arrive in the UK have already passed through several safe countries. where they should, according to the convention, this is where they should make their asylum claim. So this is the beginning of letting people understand that if they do get into this kind of activity where they endanger themselves and get exploited by the networks, then they will not get what they think they should get at the end of the journey. That's if they make it. So it has to start somewhere.
Interesting point you just raised. I mean, what we see on our screen right now is a live image, or live footage rather, of the plane standing by to deport most of these migrants to Rwanda. From what we hear, just a handful might make it. That's if they make it at all. Now, Yolanda, going back to the point you did make earlier, of course, this is a program to discourage people from coming into, Europe through illegal means. To me, with the kind of comments coming from these migrants, one of them even threatened to take his own life if he's been sent to Rwanda. It almost seems as if this is the punishment you receive if you decide to go through an illegal route, even though some of them claim to be victims of, human trafficking. Do you think Rwanda is being picked as some kind of destination of punishment or punishment ground for those who do not do things the right way? What is Rwanda getting out of this at the end of the day? Help me understand what's really playing out here.
Well, first of all, we do not consider it a punishment to live in Rwanda. Rwanda is a country that has come a really long way. In the last 28 years, especially, we worked very hard to build this country. Rwandans working together. We were once very divided. This country was destroyed. It really wouldn't be in existence if Rwandans hadn't come together. To build it and to reconcile and start towards the process of transformation. And we're well on our way. All the indicators have never all the development indicators we have now have never been better in our history. So it's not a punishment to live here. We don't want anyone to think that. People should come and see for themselves. What we're looking to do with this partnership is to give safety to people who have a right to safety from persecution, from conflict, but also to give opportunities to people who are not able to get those opportunities in their own countries. And the partnership will provide investments to enable this. Not only will these migrants be taken care of, decent and dignified accommodations, but they'll also have a chance to live within our communities with us. They will not be in detention centers. They'll be able to make their asylum claim here. And even for those whose claims are not accepted, they will be offered a legal pathway to residency and a package to help them integrate into our community.
Well, thank you very much. We'll definitely be
keeping an eye as this has been judged against the 1951 United Nations Refugee Convention. But thank you for being on the news with us. Yolande Makolo, spokesperson of the Rwandan government, or for the Rwandan government.